This video is dedicated to what was known as the Geordie Gunners. It forms part of an attempt to get the regimental beanie to the summit of all 214 of the Wainwright Fells in the Lake District. This walk starts in the small village of Mungrisdale. Had to put £2 in the honesty box, but I think it's reasonable for all day parking. And here's a copy of my route and the statistics. Well, it's Sunday, I think it's the 18th of November, and I've decided to come across to the lakes. Drove the 120 mile down from Alnwick, and I thought I'd get a few fells in today. The forecast is good, so hopefully it stays this way. And I'm now probably halfway up to the first fell of the day, which is Bowscale Fell. Well, if everything goes according to plan, I should be getting 5 fells in today. And that shouldn't be a problem if the weather stays the way it is at the minute. Well, here we have it, the 2-5 regimental beanie on top of Bowscale Fell, which, as I've said, is the first fell of the day. I should be hopefully doing 5 of them, and it's about 8:45 on Sunday morning. I've been set off at 20 to 6. You might be able to see in the background Blencathra. That's the next one on the list. So I'll give you a quick 360 from the top here of Bowscale Fell. This is the highest point on Bowscale Fell. The wind's picking up slightly, but it's still a glorious morning. Just stopped here on the way down from the summit of Bowscale Fell, which is the highest point. But I would imagine most people use this the summit Common. This is what we find at most of the top of cookouts. Piles of stones to mark the actual summit Common. But this is not as the highest point on Bowscale Fell, which is the point I've just come from, which is up there. Well, I'm now at the highest point of Bowscale Fell, which isn't a Wainwright. Probably could do a place in the third fell I do today, because that one doesn't look like it should be a Wainwright. You'll see when I get there. But yeah, this is the top of Bowscale Fell. Hopefully you can see Blencathra in the background, which is where I'm on to next. But again, I'll do a 360 here, just so you can see the views. Actually see the scale of the drop. It goes all the way down. Well, there's Hopefully what you can see in the background is Scales Tarn. Yeah, looking down from Scales Fell. Well, this is the 25 Regiment RA beanie on top of Blencathra. I've taken the audio off the video because you couldn't hear anything for the wind. So here I am and doing a 360 on the top of Blencathra. On the next video coming up, I'd moved down from Blencathra. I have left the actual sound on with the wind and everything else, but you'll be able to see where it's the slushy snow that's been blown to the side of the actual small town. Down from Blencathra, and hopefully you can just see in the small town here, it's actually snow on the edge of it where the wind got it. Third way and right, which is Mungrisdale Common, which I think is going to be a bit disappointing for a way and right. As I said earlier on my walk, it would have been better to have Scales Crags as another way and right rather than this. But this is it, coming up. When we get there, might be able to see just across there Skiddaw and Little Man in the background. Yeah, we'll shortly be at Mungrisdale. Well, it is the regimental beanie at the summit of Mungrisdale Common. You can call it right there. And we're moving on to the fourth one shore, which is Bannerdale Crags once again. You should be able to see Skiddaw and Little Man. Well, I'm nearly at the top of my fourth way and right of the day, which is Bannerdale Crags, and it's been a glorious day. It was a bit windy and a bit chilly at the top of Blencathra, but otherwise it's been absolutely gorgeous. So I'll now move on to the top, up to the summit of Bannerdale Crags, which is just up there. Should be Blencathra in the background. But again, lovely views. You can see for miles. Quick 360. One more to go. Bowscale Fell, and that'll be 5 way and rides completed today. The camera probably won't do it justice. On my way from Bannerdale Crags to Once again, I've had to mute the audio on this video because of the wind. You wouldn't be able to hear anything. But this is on my way up to the last fell of the day, Bowscale Fell, and I've just left Bannerdale Crags. So there's a quick 360 here before I go up to the top of Bowscale Fell. Well, I'd just vacated that shelter where the people are behind me there. I'd actually had lunch. I sat there for about 15 minutes sheltering from the wind, and I've now vacated it so they can get a bit of shelter from the wind before I go down back to the car. Well, I've now made my way down from the fells, going back to the car. What you should see there in the foreground is South of Fell, which was the first fell I did this morning. Obviously came up from the other side, and now on my way back to the car, this is, if you like, the reverse side of South of Fell. But once again, I'll see you, the weather has been absolutely gorgeous all day. It's a little cold on top of Blencathra with a wind chill, but otherwise it's been perfect. Well, that's the car just there. Back to the village of Mungrisdale, and feels like home getting back to the car, but I need to think on. I've still got a 2-hour drive ahead of me to get home now. But what a thoroughly enjoyable day. Yep. More than halfway through November and it's been absolutely glorious.